I think a massive part of the sets and like the worlds and installation and the images is it's about total escapism from like the reality that we live in. It's an escapism for us to kind of think more about the way we all live and in our bodies and how like gendered we are and how like specifically we have to live. And yeah, I just hope it is the kind of place that can create space for that for other people. So we are in the Govan Sheds today and we are shooting the album artwork for the Glasgow-based band called Walt Disco. And we are here building a massive like meteor site, crash landing, Scottish Highland set. Trances for me is just it's this kind of feeling of being in flux and allowing yourself to be in flux and allowing yourself to be anything or whoever you want to be and however you want that to be. And I think with the kind of worlds that I create and the images I create, it's all about creating the kind of the parameters and the ingredients or like the kind of like temperature almost, or to let that happen, to let anything happen in that space. That's why I talk about my work being like the sets are kind of trans in their own way, where they're kind of secreting and they're growing and they're like changing and they're like these kind of fossilizing things that are also alive at the same time. I grew up like in a very like kind of conservative like Pakistani family in Glasgow, and like I didn't really have much access to like much kind of culture or the arts or even like pop culture. I kind of mistakenly found like Tumblr through the internet. I think the kind of not knowing who you were on being online was something that's very enticing for me, because a lot of my life felt very much like I had to hide a lot of things from like my family and my community, and yeah, finding this place online, it was total escapism for me. Everything's really handmade. It's really, some people would say it's very badly made. I think it's beautiful. It's quite, I don't know, there's something funny about using all these kind of cheaper materials and things that you can recycle, things that you'd also use as a kid as well, like as a child, like at primary school. Like, I think everything here you'd find in a primary school classroom, really. And it's kind of about, yeah, going back to those places and creating those fantasies again, the way you would as a child. I start paper mashing and I start using bin bags and I start weeding for bits of flowers. I pick as many things as I can and I shove it all into my house, or sometimes into my mum's car. We're going to be shooting this way, so everything's kind of built like a theatre set, where it's kind of like you have the front of the stage and then you have this kind of middle section and then you have like the background, and the background's going to be this huge rock piece. And when it comes to photographing, where like, I mean, sometimes I work a lot in fashion as well, where I'm like having to direct a lot, and I really don't like to do that, because the whole point of creating this world is for people to exist within the world and like for them to take on their own experiences of this place. And then from there, with the photographs, I go into a very long process of post-production. I think I left Glasgow at a time where I didn't really feel much community here. I didn't really feel like I fitted in at all here. And then I was visiting back here and there, and every time I came back, things were changing so quickly, and like there was just so many amazing like black and POC nights and queer nights. At first I was a bit like, what the hell is going on? I was the only one, it's all about me. But then I slowly started to realise there was this really strong community here. Coming back here, like, it's just been the most like healing experience ever. It's been so like transformative. I've never seen it like this anywhere else. I've never experienced it in any other city I've been in. I've not experienced this kind of community. I think what's really important about working in this way is there needs to be this kind of sense that, yeah, you are pulling back the curtain, and there's so many other people out there like me that never had the chances that I ever had. Showing that kind of representation and being very public about it is really important, and like it's important for people to see that this is possible. You can take part in this.